Well, happy Wednesday. We made it halfway through the work week. I'm King 5 meteorologist Rich Marriott, and we have a weak front pushing its way into the from the northwest into western Washington. You see it's kind of falling apart as it moves in. It wasn't very strong to begin with, but as it's moved inland, basically giving us just a lot of clouds today. We have seen a few showers out along the coast and also primarily north of Seattle. You might see a few sprinkles elsewhere, but not much in this front. It's going to continue to weaken, and it's primarily just going to keep us cloudy today and give us a cool day with highs most spots only getting into the mid 40s. Take a look outside. You can see looking a little wet there in Port Angeles from those showers. Looking at the parking lots there and around the Everett area, we've seen a little bit of mist coming down this morning to kind of dampen things down. Fortunately, that mostly came after the morning commute. There at Seattle, still dry there, and again, all we're really looking for south of Everett is a few sprinkles here and there, and you can see I could make the Cascades out over the top of some low clouds out there in the distance. Our 7-day forecast today may be our driest day of the next 7. There's only a few showers or sprinkles around today. This is a series of systems are going to start moving through and wetting us down as we head towards the end of the week. They're also going to be coming in a little bit warmer, pushing our high temperatures into the low to mid 50s over the weekend and on into next week, and we continue to be wet and mild on into next week at this point. Take a look at the satellite image. Big arc of clouds out here. There's a big area of high pressure that's kind of sitting there right now. The system that's moving through today, it's actually the extension of this atmospheric river that extends all the way down to the subtropics, but it weakens and rains itself out, so not getting a whole lot out of that once it goes over the top of that ridge. But as we head towards the weekend and into next week, that high pressure area is going to drop southward a little bit and move a little bit more towards the east. That's going to allow systems to come in gradually warmer and wetter, especially as we head into the first part of next week. We could see more of a west to southwesterly track for those systems coming in, which is going to give us pretty wet weather. It doesn't look like right now we'd see any major flooding out of it, but we're definitely going to see some river rises as we head over the weekend into the first part of next week, and might see a few places get into minor flood stages. So we'll keep close watch on that as we get closer to the weekend. Checking the computer model, you can see by later on today, just still a few showers primarily up to the north. That kind of gives up overnight. Then we have a system move through tomorrow and get the idea. Another one moves through on Friday. We're going to see still, it's about one a day that's moving through here, keeping us wet all the way through the weekend and then all the way into next week. And in fact, if we look at next week and kind of run through that quickly, you can see it's a whole series of actually even wetter systems that are going to be moving through here and soaking things down through at least the middle part of next week, with snow levels a little bit higher than we'd like to see in terms of getting those ski areas open. Take a look, in fact, the Hurricane Ridge. This is the 5,000 foot level in the Olympics. You see only really just a dusting still holding on the area around the Hurricane Ridge. And they're at about the same elevation in Mount Rainier. Not very much snow coverage there either, as most of the snowfall has taken place above 5,000 feet. Even though we've had a lot of rain in the lowlands, it just hasn't come down as snow up in the mountains. We check the snow levels over the next 7 days. It's right around 3,000 feet today, so that's pretty much for all the ski area bases, but we're not expecting much, maybe just a trace out of that, unfortunately. And then you see it gradually rises up tomorrow and then on into Friday. Friday at the 6,000 foot snow level will be rain at the base of all the ski areas, it looks like. And then as we head into the weekend and on into next week, we'll see it hover between about 4,000 and 5,000 feet. And that's for the central Cascades. So that'd be roughly, say, Snoqualmie Pass area. To the north, up where Stevens Pass and Mount Baker are, there's going to be a little bit cooler. In fact, it could be as much as 1,000 feet lower than what this central Cascade snow level is. So we might be able to see some snow at the bases of Stevens and Mount Baker, it looks like, as we head into next week. And then we kind of stay there on through the week. Unfortunately, nothing would be giving us snow at the base of the Snoqualmie areas in sight, at least not at this point. But of course, we'll continue to track that really closely. So overall, checking that 7-day forecast. So today, mostly cloudy, those few showers mainly north of Seattle or sprinkle. We will be looking for rain at times for Thursday and Friday, gradually warming as we hit the weekend. Showers and sun breaks on Saturday, another wet day on Sunday, and then it looks like rain off and on for Monday and Tuesday. And you can see those high temperatures getting solidly into the low to mid 50s as we head into next week.